We're back on parade for race 4, restricted maiden 1200 metres for you on the long course. Nova Legends Archie takes off 1, Destiny Knight. Amarul takes off 3, and Fanphone Anandan takes off 1 kilo. As we head into the parade ring with 16 minutes to go, our favourite is number 3, Amazing Man.
Indeed he is. Now number 9 on screen. This is Waipakihi. He wasn't too far away behind Red Dot Rising. Now that's the same race Amazing Man came through. Unfortunately for Waipakihi, it's not really come up with a great barrier draw, which probably makes it tough to see it turn the tables on Amazing Man.
Yeah, the style of racing that Waipakihi has had and shown is a go-forward type for the Son of Pins, and that draw's not going to assist the front-running style that he's shown us. I doubt he could turn it around on Amazing Man, but I expect him to continue that forward trend, and I expect him to go pretty well here. He's definitely one to consider for top 4 selections.
Just a bit keen last time. They've opted to take the blinkers off, Waipakihi, and it went round at the trials behind Golden Diamond, seemed to trial okay. So there's a bit to like about him. The move to take the headgear off might be a good one there for Laxon, and also John Powell. Fanphone, 217. A plain looking type down there. Did he take your eye in the yard there, Gareth?
No, he looks a bit on the slight side for me, Fanphone, and I can't have him, Matt. On what I've seen to date, he hasn't she hasn't caught the eye at all. I reckon she's looking for a lot further, so I'm going to leave her alone this evening.
So there is Fanphone, not really getting the juices flowing there. The filly, currently at 218. Limbs Ranger, 81.24 for it. It's had 2 runs, beaten 6 lengths behind Mr. Luck and 11 lengths last time. Got into a bit of bother in the race last time. Is any indications at track work that his form's going to turn around shortly?
Limbs Ranger, not really. His form's just average, and it's a bit sad that she's racing so poorly. Hasn't caught the eye. Not really making anything in terms of track work either, and I'm going to leave her alone. Not for me this evening.
Well, it's interesting. They've dropped her back in trip after running over 1,400 metres last time, so maybe the 12 is more suitable. Not sure now. Miss Waimatai, 80 and 26. Just needs to get away from the gates marginally better. She's not horrendous at the gates, but she's just a half beat behind the rest of them, and then from that point on, it's always very tough.
Indeed. Doesn't help herself out here. Her debut run very good, but thereafter she's been very moderate. She needs to lift. She needs to find better form, and I think she may find herself racing in weaker company soon if she doesn't start to provide some sort of results.
Well, she's not too far behind them, Miss Waimatai. Silk Route ran 3rd to Limbs Samurai, and this one ran 4th. And on that occasion, there was only about a neck between them. So I think if she jumps away, okay, she's in with a real shot. Miss Waimatai, 80 and also 26. Not racing too badly at the moment. Number 2 is Gareth. Great Hope. I think Alibi, son of Darcy Brahma, 18 and 8. There's good vibes in the market here for the Vlad Jurek mount.
I really like him, I must say. The Darcy Brahmas do pretty well. Yeah, he's working very well. He's had 2 good trials, including a 3rd behind Hasanator the other day. I like the way he presents. Matt, he looks ready to go. Not the biggest of individuals, but I expect a forward showing from him on debut.
All right, so there he is, Alibi. A couple of nice trials from him, and he's currently at 18. Number 3 is my Great Hope, Amazing Man, 13 and 5.1. Just forget he went around on debut. The gate well and truly fixed him up, and it's probably the gate that's got me enthused about him here. Gate number 1, he can use his pace. If he gets away with a nice easy lead, I think he'll take some running down this one.
Yeah, he's definitely in with a hope here, Matt. He's got fantastic form. I love the improvement he made from 1st to 2nd start, and what's even more positive is the fact that he's finally cracked a draw. From that good draw, I expect him to go forward and be one of the leading contenders, and yeah, he's in with a hope here. He can definitely win this. Just
having a look at the shots that are coming through. Looks as though your horse Ahat's got a very, very big support crew here tonight.
Oh yeah, 20 plus.
20 plus to come and see Alibi. Alibi in action, yep. Nova Legend, he was good last time, but it does stand out for mine that he rises a kilo in weight after the claim and goes into a harder race.
Yeah, and the booking, what does that tell you?
The booking, I don't know what to make of the booking, to be honest.
It's a tricky one. Listen, that last run was good, but you've got to look at the strength of the races he's coming out. He can be a touch disappointing. The son of Alamosa, I've included him nowhere. I haven't put him in my top 4.
Here's the son of Recast. 250 and 55 for Destiny Night.
Yeah, hasn't really caught the eye at all. His trial back on the 5th of April was pretty plain. His father, of course, a local favourite here in Singapore, and he's the second recast to race here. His full sister raced here a year ago, but not for me, Matt.
I think they're the colours that Recast used to wear as well. But again, I never saw him in action. I've certainly seen a few replays of him. Now, Dominate, 144 and 43-year-old, trained by ZL Mock. Any positive vibes for this one?
He showed pace on debut from a good draw. It's the draw that's against him here again, Matt. And if he's asked to work forward in only his second career outing, I think you'll find the going pretty tough. I've left him alone, but I hope he can make some sort of natural improvement.
Yeah, he's through that really hot form race, isn't he? But, but you'll probably find it tough if he goes forward. He'll probably find it tougher if he goes back. Gabba, 85 and 27. It was a nice little third behind Magnetize, coming through a 6 behind Red Dot Rising. That's the same race that a few of them are coming through, including Waipakihi and also Amazing Man. So his form's not too bad.
Not too bad at all. Gets back, runs on. The draw's not really against him. I think he's definitely one to improve here, Matt. He's not the worst, but I'd like to see him go a bit better. He was a bit plain for me last time out.
Beaten 4 lengths behind Red Dot Rising. Now Silk Route's got form through Miss Waima Tai Tai. They ran 3rd and 4th. Dragon Kingdom did come through that race as well, but it's a scratching here. 5:01. He should be just about right to peak, I think, this one, Silk Route.
I was concerned with his action on Track Talk, Matt.
Yeah, and for good reason as well, I think. He was a bit scratchy, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was a bit awkward, I thought, and let's hope he doesn't race like that. He did look a bit awkward, and he still did well to finish off where he did the last 100. He sort of took off again. Let's hope he can improve.
Yes, let's hope so. White Shadow, well, here's one that really needs to improve. 390 and 78. What's its rating now? 37. It's interesting that, Elvin surely at some stage is going to try and throw him into a Class 5, I think. These restricted maidens are going to be too tough, I think.
Far too tough for him. Couldn't possibly have him. I've dropped off this horse quickly, and I think you have too, Matt.
Given up.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we didn't latch on him for too long. I think I tipped him at his first run, but very, very wisely jumped ship there. So, Dominate coming out. Gabbar and Silk Route behind. And Destiny Night, the son of Recast, trained by Stephen Gray. Well, Gareth, I'm going with number 3 to win here. I think he's not a bad option. Probably his fate will be determined by the pressure or lack of pressure. One of the two. Amazing Man to beat Alibi. Miss Waima Tai Tai and Silk Route. 3, 2, 10 and also 8. That's how I marked them. 3, 2, 10 and also 8.
I've gone 2 Alibi, 3 Amazing Man, 8 Silk Route and 9 Waipakihi. 2, 3, 8 and 9 for me. All right, so they're heading out. There is the one Nova Legend. He's overdue. There's my first choice, the newcomer. Alibi, what could catch him out, he races under lights for the first time, which sometimes catches these newbies out. But I expect him to go pretty well. Very impressed with his trials. He'll caught the eye in parade. He's not the tallest. He looks a bit robust, but the Darcy Brahmas aren't really the most, or aren't the biggest of individuals, but happy with the way he's going at the trials, and track works good too, so expecting him to go pretty good here, the 2. It's all Amazing Man for Colin and Matthew, Fred, Raymond and myself all going with the 2 Alibi, and I think if memory serves me correct on Track Talk, Craig went with Alibi as well. He was pretty impressed with him, so it would have been Alibi that would get the vote here, 4/2 to number 3 Amazing Man. So they headed out with 6 minutes to go here before race number 4. Of course, race 7 and a big highlight here, the open handicap for $125,000. As they head onto the course proper, there you see Nova Legend. He'll make his way onto the track. The next is an open benchmark 89 for $100,000. Got some of our better stayers going around. Bourbon Goldman, Seabrose is number 2 carded, expecting him to go pretty well. Mighty Warrior. Valbuena's lost his way. Brilliant Deals in no sort of form at all. Martin's, he's been average of late. Squires Balderston's my first choice. Laughing Gravy, the 8. He won his last start and a dramatic return to form. And Rockfast, I think he looks a bit outclassed here in race 5. There is our favourite Amazing Man heading onto the course. He's a front runner. He'll do pretty well here. He's $13. He went out to 15 a minute ago and was quickly backed in to $13. So expecting him to go very, very well indeed. There's the son of Recast, horse number 4, Destiny Knight from the Stephen Gray yard. Second progeny of Recast, the late Recast, who I think he won a Gold Cup Recast, and he did race in those same colours for the same owner. Let's hope he goes well. His 3 trials have been a bit plain for me, so probably looking for a little bit further as well. 5 minutes to go. There is the 9, Waipakihi. I put this one in for 4th. I think his last run wasn't bad behind Red Dot Rising. He trialled subsequently on the 5th of April. Went pretty well. The draws against them. They've taken the blinkers on. They've put a special bid on. He just needs to settle a bit in his racing. He can get pretty keen this horse, so let's hope he can do that. Manuel Nunes is hacking Miss Y, but tie down to the start. Feet out of the irons, I can tell you. There we go. She looks pretty good. Hasn't got the worst of form behind her as well. So we're expecting her to go pretty well. Yeah, Limbs Range has been disappointing, the 11, and she's currently being taken down with the lead pony, the daughter of Reset. He hasn't caught the eye, I must say. She trialled pretty well before debut behind Golden Rabbit, but her saddle slipped on debut behind Mr. Luck. Thereafter, she never really featured behind the Buffalo Man, but she's back again. And maybe we're being a bit harsh with the 11 here. Maybe she could improve. Maybe she could find some better form, but she'd need to lift to feature here, and let's hope she can, because she has to date been pretty disappointing here at the Turf Club. So not long to go now. 4 minutes with Amazing Man as our favourite. Currently trading at $13. The rest of them, let's see who's found support, who's been backed in. Perhaps the 7's come in, and that is, of course, Gabba, 88 to 68. The 8's in from 32 to 28. That's Silk Route. The 9 has gone out. The 10's come in from 65 to 58. That's Miss Wyman Tai Tai. Alibi, my first choice. He's currently trading at around $18, $19. Expecting him to go pretty well on debut here. Headed down, the lights are in full effect. It's dark here in Singapore. Only the one meeting, that's tonight. We have a break on Sunday, but back with fantastic racing action next Sunday. We've got the Singapore 3-year-old Classic, and we also have the Lion City Cup coming to you next Sunday. So looking forward to that. All right, there's Gabba. He's found some support, as mentioned. The 11's drifting. The 12's drifted. The 13 has come in slightly. He's now at $339 is the 13. Of course, the 14 doesn't gain a run here. That is Chimera Stellata.
Now, I was having dinner earlier on level 3. I noticed the Irish Thoroughbred stand there.
Yeah, and they've got a sale coming up on the 19th and the 20th, Matt, that they are streaming live here at the Turf Club.
So, what, you can watch the sale
here at the Turf Club. Go to level 3. The guys will give you more info. Okay,
so they're set up there on level 3.
Yeah.
And what they're promoting an upcoming sale.
They've got catalogues.
Yep.
They've got brochures.
Well, we've had some nice Irish bred horses over here in the past, so check it out.
Perfect Challenger comes to mind. I know he's on the front of their marketing at the moment.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's done pretty well for connections.
Yep.
So he's earned quite a bit of stake money, Perfect Challenger. The Irish, they breed a good horse, Matt.
Yes, they do. They know how to party as well, the Irish. Having been to a few Grand Nationals,
yes,
I tell you what, I would head out to the racetrack at Aintree normally at about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And I'm not joking, as I was coming down the lift, the Irish were getting home from the night before. I'm not joking. And they would get there for the first race at about 2.
They love their racing, don't they?
They make it count. They play hard. They go to the races, and then they go out and have a lot of fun at night, and then they're back there the next day. Unbelievable.
That's what it's all about. So I'm looking forward to heading out to Ireland one day. It's on the bucket list, and got to go to Coolmore. Ooh, can't wait to get out there. And Ballydoyle, their training centre with Aidan O'Brien. Definitely on the bucket list. Amazing Man, just getting his saddle readjusted, Matt. Your first choice. Let's hope he goes well. He's at $15. The 2, Alibi, is at $19. The 8 is, of course, Silk Route. He's into $28. And the 10 is Miss Wymer Tai Tai, currently at $45. $54 and better. They're going to load up shortly down at that 1,200-meter marker. The next looks an absolute cracker of a race. The OB89, one of the highlights on tonight's card. And stick around, please. Race 7 looks just fantastic. We see El Padrino take on My Lucky Strike, super winner. Pachelbel's Cannon. I'm expecting him to go pretty well. He's been working exceptionally well during the week, and he returns after a bleeding attack, if I'm not mistaken, and 194 days on the sideline.
Reckon he might be back with a bang?
Listen, he'd have to really make serious, miraculous improvements, I think, to beat horses like El Padrino, My Lucky Strike, and Super Winner. If he ran 4th or 5th, I'd be very happy with him.
Do you know, I think Slew of Load might run okay.
First up record's good.
Yeah, if you have a look at his record, he loves the poly track. If he's fit, I know he's made his name as probably a longer horse, but he's always, for mine, a little bit of a question mark up at 1,1800 metres anyway. I think his best trip's probably a mile. He'd be a great sort of 1,400-metre polytrack horse if they had it. But anyway, that's a story for a later date as they move in. Here's Alibi going in for Vlad Jurek. White Shadow getting organised as well. So we're down to race 4. Restricted Maiden coming up here. Next one to go forward is Fan Phone, Philly. She gets set. So taking reasonable shape. Vlad Jurek's had 2 rides. He bit unlucky with Hasanator, who missed the start and was only beaten a slender margin, and Lively Dragon up on the pace last time. So he hasn't been too far off. He's riding Alibi here. Here's Corey Brown, who moves forward on the Silk Route. Limbs Ranger to go forward. Another filly in the race. Daughter of Reset. We've got a trouble there with who is that? One of the runners near the inside who is just carrying on a little, but not sure if there's still some concern. So Miss Wymer Tai Tai about to link up. Here is the son of Recast. Destiny Knight going forward. Wish connections well. Amarillo is going to ride him. Dominate gets set as well. And Nova Legend, just about one of the last to move in. Favourite here, joint favourites, Alibi and Amazing Man, both at 17. Gabbar at 37 now. Silk Route at 34. Miss Wymer Tai Tai at 42. She needs to jump. No, Benny Woodworth's not happy on Amazing Man. He does not want the button hit. So Amazing Man needs to jump. Oh, Miss Wymer Tai Tai gets stirred up. She's drawn nearer the rails. Set racing. Amazing Man jumped away okay. Miss Wymer Tai Tai centre field, and Alibi away very nicely here. So the 2 fancied runners, Amazing Man and Alibi, dispute the lead, but Amazing Man's got too much pace, and now Dominate starting to sizzle across the field, being followed there by Waipakihi. Miss Wymer Tai Tai was in that bunch further back as they settle down, and then Silk Route, a gap in the field to Nova Legend, and the pace looked fairly true. Destiny Knight for the back with Limbs Ranger, then Fan Phone out very wide, 3 lengths away Gabba, and also White Shadow. So up towards the turn they go. 24.76 for the first 400. An Amazing Man on the point of the turn leads the way from Dominate. Then Waipakihi. Alibi behind them just sweats on a run, followed by Miss Wymer Tai Tai, and then Silk Route. Limbs Ranger further back, and Nova Legend gets to the outside, but deep in the home straight now. And Waipakihi has gone up to Amazing Man, put under pressure from Dominate. Then Silk Route. Alibi getting off heel, starts to run on fairly well, but it's Waipakihi who led. Here's Alibi sprinting on well from Silk Route. Nova Legend and Gabbar down the outside. Alibi raced up, hit the front, about 100 metres left to go. Vlad Jurek's got the front on Alibi. Gabbar's flying home late, but it's Alibi who's going to win. Alibi first, second goes to Waipakihi, and Gabbar third. And further back behind those, Nova Legend being followed in by Dominate, and then Silk Route. Behind those, Destiny Knight with Amazing Man who knocked up. Miss Wymer Tai Tai was further back, and with it is Limbs Ranger, then White Shadow and Fan Phone amongst the tail enders. Vlad Jurek, he'd had a few near misses, but he gets it done this time, and away very well. What I liked about that, he just took himself out of the speed battle. because Dominate, who's sizzled across from out wide, certainly kept things honest. He has been showing pace, Dominate, in trials and certainly on debut. So they went forward, but he ran on okay. 1:11.03, but Alibi just had a lovely run behind them, worked out beautifully in the clear at the right time. Waipakihi ran well. So it's 2:9.71, 1:11.03 was the time, and it's Alibi who gets it done. Clements and Jurek by Darcy Brahma at a bound to impress. A 3-year-old Bay New Zealand bred colt. Nice performance here from the two. Second went to number 9, and that was Waipakihi for Laxon and Powell. By Pins out of Regal Ash, a 3-year-old chestnut New Zealand bred gelding. And number 7, Gabba from the back of the field there for Walker and Munro. By Coates Choice out of Ginger Crunch Coup. Sure what that means. And fourth head, number 1, Nova Legend, running on okay. So it's 2:9.71. And number 5, Dominate, who thought sort of stuck on pretty well there after going forward. But Alibi gets it done for Vlad Jurek. So Vlad up to 23 wins this year. Remarkable, given that he was sort of late to the party, but he's getting things going now. And well done to everyone who tipped Alibi as well, including Gareth, 17-6, a length by a neck, 1:11.03, and a pleasing debut for the son of Darcy Brahma.
Yeah, some heart-stopping moments, I thought, but well handled, and senior experience comes to the fore here. Good to see Vlad on the winners tonight, so well done to him. Well done to Michael Clements, and well done to his right-hand man here, Michael Chopsy White as well. They bring home number 2, Alibi, the son of Darcy Brahma. He cost 90,000 New Zealand dollars. He's won on debut and is a nice horse, so well done to them. All right, now I think it's an important head on this to watch. What he did on debut is no mean feat, this horse. There you see Vlad. He's looking for a run. He's a good couple lengths behind the leading pair here. We had Waipakihi in the lead, and Vlad switches him out. He comes down the centre, and he does it with no whip. He's dropped the whip, Matt.
He was a bit lucky, wasn't he? Because had Miss Waima Tai Tai stayed on, he was never getting out of there. But no whip, so I think the right horse won. But Miss Waima Tai Tai at the time had enough, and he was patient and persistent. Comes back minus a whip. Says thank you very much.
Well done to him. Good victory.
Yeah, I think Clements would have been disappointed. I mean, he had a bit of a hard luck tail, didn't he, earlier on? So it would have been probably a bit hard to stomach had this one gone down with a bit of bad luck and no whip. But yeah, well done to Michael.
We wish Michael all the best, and well done to his right-hand man, as mentioned, Michael White, who's here doing duty for him this evening. The winner pays 17-6. Second, the 9 pays Waipakihi, $20 a place. Gabba, good to see him running well in third, pays 16. Fourth was the 1, fifth was the 5. It's 2-9, 7, 1 and 5 for race number 4. Happy connections, that's what we love to see. And Matt mentioned earlier on there are a couple of the owners and connections in the parade ring, and it's good to see the cameras out and the photos rolling here. Well done to them. He takes it out. The Alibi stable wins on debut. Can't do more than that. And I thought a very, very forward victory by him, and definitely one to keep an eye on and put him in the notebook. He looks to have a touch of ability about him. Well done to all the owners. Great scenes here at the Turf Club. That's what we like to see. Support owners, winners happy, and look at that cheering. Well done to them. They deserve it. It's all Alibi here in race 4. It's 2-9, 7, 1 and 5. Good performance by this guy. Let's have a look at the replay for race number 4.
Set racing, Amazing Man jumped away okay. Miss Waima Tai Tai centre field, and Alibi away very nicely here. So the two fancied runners, Amazing Man and Alibi, dispute the lead, but Amazing Man's got too much pace, and now Dominate starting to sizzle across the field, being followed there by Waipakihi. Miss Waima Tai Tai was in that bunch further back as they settle down, and then Silk Route, a gap in the field to Nova Legend, and the pace looked fairly true. Destiny Knight for the back with Limbs Ranger, then Fanphone out very wide, 3 lengths away Gabba, and also White Shadow. So up towards the turn they go. 24.76 for the first 400. An Amazing Man on the point of the turn leads the way from Dominate. Then Waipakihi. Alibi behind them just sweats on a run, followed by Miss Waima Tai Tai, and then Silk Route, Limbs Ranger further back, and Nova Legend gets to the outside, but deep in the home straight now. And Waipakihi has gone up to Amazing Man, put under pressure from Dominate. Then Silk Route. Alibi getting off heel, starts to run on fairly well, but it's Waipakihi who led. Here's Alibi sprinting on well
from Silk Route, Nova Legend and Gabbard down the outside. Alibi raced up, hit the front, about 100 metres left to go. Vlad Jeric's got the front on Alibi. Gabba's flying home late, but it's Alibi who's going to win. Alibi first, second goes to Waipakihi, and Gabbar third. And further back behind those, Nova Legend being followed in by Dominate and then Silk Route. Behind those, Destiny Night with Amazing Man who knocked up. Miss Waima Tai Tai was further back, and with it is Lim's Ranger, then White Shadow and Fan Phone amongst the tail enders.
Yeah, thanks to Matt for that. It's all Alibi on debut as he takes out race number 4. He'll return 17-6, your winner. Well done to Vlad Jeric, Michael Clements in the Alibi stable. Second, number 9, Waipakihi returns 20. Third, the 7, Gabba 16. Fourth, number 1, Nova Legend. Forecast 2 and 9 pace 37. We then had 2 and 9 20. 2 and 7, 14, and 7 and 9, 26. TSA 702 and your trio 118. The quartet returns 5,118 and the quadro 286. Margins a length by a neck by 3/4, 111.03, your winning time. Alibi, Waipakihi.